Welcome back. Now, normally when you come back from a break, you see the table nicely set up. But there's been a hitch here because both players wanted a change of balls. So, mutual consent, away we went. They're really not happy with the contacts they're receiving. So Rob Spencer went backstage. Now, these were a new set of balls for the semi-finals, but the balls they're now putting into play were the balls that were used for the quarterfinals. I think it makes sense, Ken Doherty.
Yes, new balls, please, Phil. Yes, indeed. Both players unhappy. And you could tell from Judd Trump's reaction, you know, with a few of those shots that he missed in that last frame, particularly his hand was up. He was up off the shot quite a few times. So it's not unusual to request a new wide or balls to be changed, and both players agreed. So hopefully when they resume that they'll be setting the standards they set already this week, and particularly for Stephen Maguire. He'll be delighted to win that last frame.
So while these balls are being set up, this is how the Coral Cup standings are at the moment. Judd Trump way out in front, but he is catchable, certainly by Stephen Maguire, if he were to win this match and go on and capture the Coral to a championship title. So much resting on what occurs here today. There was no disagreement about the change of the balls. Both players were readily in agreement, and I think it made absolute sense.
Okay. Final frame of the session. Stephen Maguire to break.
We had a few kicks over the course of the four quarter-finals, Ken, but nothing of this magnitude.
No, not at all. So, change the balls. Big frame now. Judd Trump would love to have a lead going into this evening's session. As I said, Stephen Maguire loved to level things up. It's just basically best of 9 for tonight. Particularly the way Stephen Maguire has played today. He'd love to get out 4-all.
Well, it's continuing the theme of keenly contested first sessions. The quarter-finals, at the end of the opening session, we had 3 4-4s and 1 5-3.
What?
Nothing wrong with these balls, Phil. Not from that first shot. Good opener. Excellent long pot from Stephen Maguire. A typical shot from him. Black and pink tied up though, so he's going to need a good shot to try and develop those.
5.
If you could somehow get on the 2 reds directly above the black, the one that's close to the black in line, if you could get on with that, if it is potable into this bottom right hand corner pocket, you can make a nice little cannon on that red just to the left of the black and bring it out into open play. That's what he's having a quick look at. Doesn't have to on this occasion. Of course, he's still got 3 reds right of the pink that he can play on here. He's tried to bring the pink into play, and that's worked out a treat. Beautifully played.
10.
It's as though there's something mystical about this set of balls for Stephen Maguire. He made them talk in the previous round, and immediately he looks at home again.
Yeah, just that one good shot from blue to split
60.
the pink and the reds. has opened up this frame completely now for him. Chance
17.
to win the frame from this visit. Still a lot of work to do, but got a great chance though. I'm going to come back around. Look at that particular red just directly above the black. If it pots into this bottom right hand corner pocket, he could get on it here and then bring the black into play. As he got a nice angle, he can just stun this red in. Just cannon the red left of the black, and well, not on. It's not on this one, so but it will be after this one is potted.
24. $30. $31.
Hit that red into the thin part of the pocket, which helped position. Suddenly, he looks a different player.
He's having a look at that red again. Anywhere positioning that cue ball between the gap of reds, perfect. What sort of an angle has he got?
37.
If he's too straight, he can still come back for the pink. He's got a slight angle. Will he attempt to bring the black into play here? Just stun into that red. He certainly will.
38.
It's not too bad. He's bridging over this red, but just drop the black in dead weight. Tricky, but you expect him to pot it. Yeah, well played. And that particular shot will open up the frame now, Phil. Black is open. Into the right corner pocket.
45.
Just giving him a great chance to win the frame at this visit.
$46.
He could have concentrated on pinks, but the break would have been so much more difficult. Just that one particular shot has made his life so much easier here now. And that's the art of break building.
These balls for Stephen Maguire have magical properties.
53. $54.
That's his highest break of the session. And counting.
Yeah, nicely played. Making sure that the red came away from the top cushion. So 61 ahead, 75 remaining. We have to go up for blue here.
$62.
Bit straight. The blue will put him 67 ahead with 67 remaining. But he may have to take this next red from middle distance. But the way he's taken these so far, don't expect him to miss this red.
67.
Prime ball though. Well played. Good break from an excellent opener as well, wasn't it?
Terrific stuff. At the start of the afternoon, both players would have wanted to have led 8-0. But from our perspective, 4-4 is perfect.
Yeah, nicely poised for tonight. Best of 9 tonight. There's a lot of riding on this match, Phil, for both players. Of course, Judd Trump, it's almost like a final for him. He wins the bonus if he wins it. Steve Maguire, if he wins it, he's in line for the bonus, as well as, of course, winning the tournament. So big pressure tonight. Could go very, very close. We had a classic last night when it went 9-8 to Mark Allen. That barrage of centuries from Sean Murphy. 6 centuries in all, but what a climatic finish it was.
Well, the last time these two played, quarter-final of the Players' Championship, Trump, the clearance he made in the deciding frame was one of the best I've ever seen. That one went to the wire. Used to say, this one won't.
$97.
And now a routine pot away from what would be his 7th century of the tournament.
$105.
So he needs a yellow with the rest. Keep the break going.
$107.
It's been good stuff though from 4-2 down, has to be said, for Steve Maguire. He'd be absolutely delighted to get out of this 4 apiece.
110.
And what an opener. Have a look at this. Well worth seeing again. That was the opening red to keep the break, to start the break off.
114.
Brilliant stuff.
190.
It was a case of new balls and a newfound fluency from Stephen Maguire, missing for much of the afternoon. But in the end, what a performance. Superb stuff. 4-4 tonight. Well, it should be enthralling.